How much money did you make this last year?
We did $850 million for the year.
850 million?
Yes, sir.
That's a lot of M's.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. Made a major difference in the world. A lot of people made a lot of money at the company, which is amazing.
What are you going to do this year?
We'll do $1 billion. It'll be the first time I've done $1 billion in a year.
That's incredible.
It is an incredible number.
And I come all the way out here to ask you how you got rich and how the younger generation watching can become wealthy in today's world. Can we make that happen?
Absolutely. Anything for you, man.
What business has made you the most amount of money?
Life insurance.
That's an unsexy business, though.
It's a very profitable business. Yeah.
How is it profitable?
Because I find need-based products, right? So real estate was my first business. That was very good to me. I did very well. Then I got into waste management, and then I had somebody introduce me to life insurance business. So when I can't run out of leads, and it's need-based, and I can't run out of people to get in front of, and all I got to do is compete with everybody else that's out there, it's an amazing business.
Did you come from a rich family?
Hell no. My mother worked 3 jobs. Me, my mother, my brother, and all the cats and dogs she had and birds she could get, lived in a little one-bedroom place. I watched my mom struggle, and my grandparents didn't have any money. My father was from Iowa. My mom raised us. So no, man, we didn't have anything.
So what was your turning point to financial freedom?
Well, if you've watched your mother struggle as a boy, I got a little brother. I watch my mom and I see the stress on her, and I see how it almost breaks her, and I see how hard she worked. And, I played baseball, basketball, football. My mom didn't go to my games, not because my mom didn't love me. My mom was working all the time, morning, day, night, weekends. So I was like, I want my mom to have a better opportunity eventually. I don't know who else is going to provide it for her. And I didn't want people to look at me and our family, and I don't want them to look down on us. Not because I thought I was better than them, but I was just as good as they were. And so I just wanted to compete when I was a young age. So I watched the way people looked at us because of what we didn't have. And I was like, I'm not going to live the rest of my life that way. I promise you that.
In my last interview, you gave me a piece of advice that Arthur Blank gave you when you asked him. I'm going to challenge you again. Give me the best piece of advice that you've ever received from a mentor. Think about the billionaires that you've met. Give me a tactical piece of business advice that you've learned in the last few years of your life that have enabled you to drastically scale and become a better entrepreneur and just self-improve in general.
I was sitting in a meeting with a group of people, and we were looking at each other's businesses. And there was a gentleman that walked in, and he's a great guy, very successful. He's like, I want to be the most successful person nobody knows about. Like, I just keep it moving. Billionaire many times over. And he looked at me and he said, you know the problem you have in your business? And I said, I probably have multiple problems. I'm trying to scale it. He said, you're not delegating enough. And I said, okay, what would you delegate? He said, almost all of it. You need to continue to do what you're doing, but you need to build other people up by learning how to delegate, the art of delegation. So he said, anything that you can teach somebody to do, even if they're half as effective as you at it, then you build something massive. And maybe if you get out of the way and delegate it and watch them grow, you'll be shocked what you can accomplish. That's how I'm on my way to $1 billion. Like, we'll do $1 billion this year. How? Because I've been able to delegate and have all these amazing people that are like, I can handle the lead gen part. I'm over here doing the marketing. Oh, recruiting, I got that. Oh, on the tech side, yeah, Sean, we're doing these 5 things over here. And they have the ability, and they know I'm comfortable with them going and making these decisions. And guess what? They're going to make bad decisions on occasion. It's okay. Give them the leeway to know that they're going to fall on their face on occasion as well. So that's been actually probably the best piece of advice I've gotten over the last number of years now to continue to scale my business. You can only go so far when you're trying to do too many jobs, fit too many roles, because there's people that are distant and they leave the business, and I think that's a problem. I've exited businesses I did in real estate, waste management, life insurance. The ones that have been successful, I stayed around it. When I sold my real estate company, they should have kept me around. They should have. They didn't. They're like, I got it from here. I was like, okay. And a couple years later, the whole thing just fell apart. Waste management company sold to a massive national company. They had the infrastructure, but some of the guys transferred over and still stayed. Life insurance, I stayed involved because I love the business I'm in, and I want to continue to take it to the next level. You're never the only person that can do it.
Are you a good salesman?
I'm the best salesman you'll meet. Unlike the other guys that tell you the best salesman, I am the best salesman.
Give you a 30-second sales masterclass right here.
At the end of the day, you have to have such great confidence, and you have to be so presumptive. No matter what you're doing, you can't ask for anything. You instruct somebody. If I have a need-based product and you're my lead-based client, you have to be in the lead selling bit. If I'm not going to cold call or cold knock, you'll fail. So you have to get leads. You have to be presumptive.
When you say presumptive, you mean assume the sale?
Yeah. Like, I'm at the airport yesterday, and the guy says to me, he's stumbling. So then he restates his thought and says, would you like to tip on the card, or do you want to give me cash? That's presumptive. I'm like, dude, do that. Yeah. Don't go, well, and we have a tip cup. No, would you like to tip on the card, sir, or do you want to tip with cash? And if I have a product that you've already said you need, all I have to do is cut through all the garbage and go, James, you understand. Tell people the truth. They're dying for the truth. What are clients afraid of? What are buyers afraid of? Being lied to. Their number one fear is being lied to, not paying too much. They don't want you to lie to them. So I'll give you one statement, change your life. No matter who you're selling anything to, you say, hey, James, may I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do I have your permission to be ridiculously, pathetically, brutally honest with you this entire time we're talking about the product?
Yeah.
No matter what it is, you're totally fine with me telling you the truth no matter what.
Yes.
Okay, done. So if it's life insurance and I go, James, it's going to cost you this much because you're older in your health. James, your house, your roof's leaking. James, what's it going to cost? A lot, James. The entire thing's leaking. Like, you've given me permission to be honest with you. And also, sales is just, it's a marathon, not a sprint. People are not looking to be enamored or tricked. They want the truth. And if you're confident, I'm confident. If you're uncomfortable, I immediately think you're lying to me because you're uncomfortable. And my favorite line in sales is, here's what we're going to do. Because it becomes here's what we're going to do. James, I hear you on all that, but here's what we're going to do. No, I understand what you're saying. Today's not a great day to do it. Here's what we're going to do.
So it's safe to say that you could sell water to a fish.
Yeah, and it's funny because when people tell me, they're like, I could sell snow cones to Eskimos and ketchup to white gloves. I'm like, dude, sales doesn't require talent. The reason I'm good at it is I'm very teachable. I look people in the eye and I'll tell them no matter what they need to hear, I'm going to tell them the truth. I'm going to stand behind it. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to invest in leads, and I'm going to invest in me and getting better. So other people could beat me if they'd outwork me because it doesn't require any talent. See, the biggest misnomer about sales, anybody that tells you they're a good salesperson because they're just a good salesperson, they're lying. They just work harder and have more leads. Am I good at it? Yes, I've done it a lot. I've had plenty of reps. There's also guys in the UFC that have been fighting since they were 6. Yeah. They're good at it. Yeah. Why? They've been fighting everybody their entire lives. They're starving, and they've been fighting everybody. They know where to put their hands. They train every day, 8, 10, 12 hours a day.
I'm going to be real. That's some of the best sales advice I've ever heard.
Thank you, man. That's what you told me. You doubted me. I could see it in the eyes. You're the best salesman. I was like, the other people aren't, so I had to step up.
Some game